So ever since Spider-Man PS4 was announced back at E3 2016, the question that a lot of people were asking was, is this game going to top the Batman Arkham series, or is this just another clone? Now, right off the bat, no pun intended, I'm going to say, yes, this game can absolutely dethrone Batman Arkham as king of superhero games. This game can match and even top Batman Arkham beat for beat. The only advantage that Batman Arkham has is that it's also available for PC and Xbox, so the Batman Arkham games can reach more people, whereas Spider-Man is a PS4 only exclusive. Now, there's nothing wrong with being an exclusive. In fact, it just may come in Spider-Man's advantage, since Insomniac Games only has to worry about getting the game to work on one system, and not have to limit or balance out the game so that it can reach multiple PC hardwares and Xbox or Nintendo ports. So how can Spider-Man PS4 dethrone Batman Arkham? Easy. They just have to make sure that everything that the Arkham games did right, they do right, and avoid the few mistakes the Arkham series had. Now, in my opinion, the Arkham series made very few mistakes. Yes, the combat at times was a little too easy and repetitive, whereas if you wanted to play the game a bit more dumbed down, most of the times you could have just mashed the attack button while occasionally pressing the dodge button and get the easy win. Now, from what we've seen so far with the combat in Spider-Man PS4, it does look similar to Batman Arkham. However, dodging looks a little bit more complicated in Spider-Man PS4, and it appears as if Spider-Man doesn't just dodge and immediately attack the enemy like Batman does. It also looks like Spider-Man will have far less gadgets than Batman, which may make Spider-Man PS4 a bit more challenging, but we'll just have to wait and see for ourselves whether or not that's a good thing or not. Another complaint that most people make about Batman Arkham is the story for all four games revolved around Batman versus the Joker. Now, yes, Batman vs. the Joker is an epic, never-ending tale that's been going on and will keep going on for generations to come. However, like Spidey, Batman also has an amazing rogues gallery of villains, and many feel as if they were forgotten about or left behind story-wise in the games, and Joker always seemed to be the main focus of the Arkham series, even in Arkham Knight, in which Joker was dead, but kept on appearing via Batman's conscience. Spider-Man PS4 can easily avoid this problem by changing up the main villain every new installment. Now again, I'm not saying just throw away the main villain from the last game. It's okay to keep an ongoing story in between games, just, make sure the story doesn't revolve around one antagonist all the time. Now, as for the good things that the Arkham series has done that Spider-Man PS4 can either match or top, is the storytelling and sticking close to the source material. One thing that fans loved about the Arkham series was that it was its own thing and not tied into any movie, TV show, or comic series. They had free range, and many Spider-Man fans, myself included, rejoiced when it was told that Spider-Man PS4 is indeed its own story and not tied to any movie. Heck, Insomniac Games made that very clear by slapping a giant white logo on Spider-Man's chest and back. Now, sometimes having all this free range can be a little bit dangerous, but Batman Arkham nailed it by simply staying close as possible to the source material by, yes, giving a new spin on some classic characters, but not drastically changing things up, upsetting longtime fans. Batman acted like Batman, Joker acted like Joker, and etc, etc. And from what we've seen and heard so far from Insomniac Games, they seem to be following a similar formula by taking a new spin on classic Spider-Man characters, but not changing things up to the point where they're defamating on the source material. Lastly, and the most important thing Spider-Man PS4 has to do if they want to dethrone Batman Arkham is make sure the game has replayability, and I'm not just talking about New Game Plus mode or challenge maps, although those are important. What I mean is, I've played through Arkham Asylum at least 4 times, Arkham City like 6 or 7 times, Arkham Origins twice, and Arkham Knight about 3 times. Why? Because I love the story, I love the characters, the soundtrack, the gameplay was fun, the side quests were interesting, although sometimes a little annoying. I'm looking at you, Riddler. And I loved the fact that I felt like Batman every time I played them. If Spider-Man PS4 wants to take Batman Arkham's place in my heart and other fans' hearts, it has to make sure that once you're done playing and completing all the side quests, you feel a sense of accomplishment. You feel like your life has changed for the better because you played this game, and you have to make sure that players want more once the credits roll, and not just trade it away at GameStop. You have to have built a fan base and hold on to that fan base, listen to that fan base for years to come as they eagerly await the next sequel. And if Spider-Man PS4 can do those things, then I definitely believe they could surpass the Batman Arkham series. Until next time, this is your friendly neighborhood ELT, signing out.